There was always something unspoken between you and them. Not something loud, not something dramatic, but something quiet that lived in pauses and unasked questions. They always wanted you, even when they pretended they did not. Even when they acted unsure, distracted, or distant, a part of them knew your value. They felt it in your consistency, in your respect, and in the way you carried yourself with dignity and faith. But wanting someone is not the same as being ready. They wanted the comfort of your presence without the responsibility that comes with effort. They wanted ease without accountability. They wanted understanding without giving the same in return. At that time, they did not see this as avoidance. They called it confusion. They called it timing. They told themselves that they would try later, when life felt lighter, when responsibility felt less heavy. You noticed this imbalance long before they did. You saw how words did not always turn into action. You saw how promises stayed incomplete. You saw how effort appeared only when convenient. Still, you remained patient for a long time. Not because you lacked awareness, but because your heart was sincere and your intentions were clean. You believed that people grow at different speeds. You trusted Allah to guide what you could not control. They felt safe knowing you were steady. They believed you would wait. They believed that your patience had no limit. This belief made them comfortable staying where they were. Comfort delayed growth. Comfort delayed effort. And without realizing it, they placed the weight of the situation on your shoulders instead of carrying their share. There came a moment when something shifted inside you. It was not anger. It was not bitterness. It was clarity. You realized that sincerity does not mean self-neglect. You realized that effort is a form of respect. You realized that waiting without balance slowly harms the heart. This realization did not make you harsh. It made you calm. You began to step back gently. You did not accuse. You did not demand. You simply chose peace. You focused on your faith, your inner growth, and your stability. You trusted that what is meant for you will come through the right door, not through exhaustion. This is when they began to feel the change. At first, they thought it was temporary. They assumed you would return to the same position. But as time passed, they noticed something they never prepared for. You were no longer waiting. You were not chasing clarity. You were not asking for reassurance. You were whole on your own. This realization unsettled them. They were forced to look inward for the first time. They asked themselves why they always wanted you, but never stepped forward fully. They saw their fear clearly. Fear of responsibility. Fear of effort. Fear of growing beyond comfort. They understood that wanting without action is a form of avoidance. They began to feel regret, not because you left, but because they stayed still for too long. They remembered moments when they could have shown seriousness, moments when they could have chosen effort, moments when they delayed what mattered. These memories carried weight now. Through this reflection, something important happened. They grew. Growth is often uncomfortable. It requires honesty with oneself. It requires admitting faults. It requires effort that was once avoided. They realized that nothing meaningful comes without work. Not peace, not respect, not stability. They began to understand your strength in a new way. Your patience was never weakness. Your silence was never emptiness. Your boundaries were not rejection. They were self-respect guided by faith. Islam teaches balance, responsibility, and intention. They saw now that you were living these values quietly while they were running from them. Now, they're different. Not perfect but aware. Not loud but sincere. They understand that wanting someone means being ready to work on oneself. It means showing consistency. It means aligning actions with values. They understand that effort is not a burden. It is proof of sincerity. Whether paths to align again or remain separate is not the focus of this story. The focus is growth. Allah allows people to cross paths to teach lessons. Sometimes the lesson is patience. Sometimes the lesson is letting go. Sometimes the lesson is realizing what effort truly means. You continue forward with peace. You're not waiting for change from anyone. You trust Allah with what is written for you. If someone comes with effort, accountability, and respect, you will recognize it. If not, you remain content knowing you chose dignity over delay. This story reminds the heart that wanting is easy, but readiness is rare. And when someone finally becomes ready, they understand the value of what they once risked losing.
O God, you are the creator of all hearts. You know what we feel before we even understand it ourselves. You see our tears when no one else does. You hear our silent prayers in the middle of the night. We come to you now with open hearts, asking for your help and your guidance. O God, if what we are feeling right now is meant for us, if this person is truly written in our destiny, if this connection will bring goodness into our lives and help us become better versions of ourselves, then please make the path easy for us. Remove whatever stands in the way. Bring clarity where there is confusion. Bring courage where there is fear. And help us to trust in your timing, even when waiting feels so hard. But oh God, if this is not meant for us, if this person or this situation will bring us pain, if it will lead us away from our true purpose, if it will hurt us in ways we cannot yet see, then please remove it from our hearts. We know this is not easy to ask for, but we trust that you see what we cannot see. You know what we do not know. And what you have planned for us is always better than what we plan for ourselves. God, we ask you to protect our hearts. In this world, it is so easy to be deceived. It is so easy to see what we want to see instead of what is really there. Grant us wisdom to recognize genuine love from false promises. Help us to see people for who they truly are, not who we hope they will become. Give us strength to walk away from anything that does not serve our highest good, even when every part of us wants to stay. God, we pray for patience. We live in a world that moves so fast, where everything is instant, where waiting feels like punishment. But we know that the best things in life are worth waiting for. Help us to trust your timing. When we feel anxious, calm our hearts. When we feel desperate, remind us that you are always working behind the scenes. When we feel forgotten, show us signs that you are near. God, we ask you to heal every wounded heart that is listening to these words right now. For anyone who has been betrayed, grant them the strength to trust again. For anyone who has been abandoned, remind them that you never abandon your children. For anyone who feels unworthy of love, help them see themselves through your eyes, as the precious creation that they are. For anyone who has given up hope, restore their faith that better days are coming. O God, we pray for clarity in our relationships. Help us to communicate with honesty and kindness. Help us to listen with open minds and compassionate hearts. Where there is misunderstanding, bring understanding. Where there is distance, bring closeness. Where there is doubt, bring certainty. And where there is love, let it be pure, healthy, and true. God, we ask you to guide us toward the right person at the right time. Not just someone who makes our heart race, but someone who brings peace to our soul. Not just someone who is beautiful on the outside, but someone who is beautiful on the inside. Not just someone who says the right words, but someone whose actions match their words. Someone who will respect us, cherish us, support our dreams, and walk beside us through all the seasons of life. Oh God, we know that we are not perfect. We have made mistakes. We have hurt others and we have hurt ourselves. We have been selfish at times. We have been impatient. We have doubted your plan. Please forgive us for all the ways we have fallen short. Cleanse our hearts of bitterness, jealousy, and anger. Fill us instead with love, gratitude, and peace. God, we surrender our worries to you. We release our need to control everything. We stop trying to force things to happen on our timeline. We accept that some doors close because you are protecting us from what is behind them. We trust that when one door closes, you always open a better one. We believe that your plans for us are plans of hope and goodness, not plans to harm us. O most compassionate one, we place all of our hopes, all of our dreams, all of our fears into your hands. You are the one who writes destinies. You are the one who brings hearts together. You are the one who heals what is broken. We trust you completely, even when we do not understand. We have faith in you, even when the road is dark. We know that you are always guiding us toward what is best. Please accept this prayer. Answer it in the way that is perfect for each person listening. Give us what we need, even if it is different from what we think we want. Keep our hearts connected to you above all else, because that is where true peace is found. We ask all of this with humble hearts and complete trust in your infinite wisdom and endless love. Amen. 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 May you be blessed beyond measure. May your heart find the peace it is searching for. May the right person find their way to you at exactly the right moment. And may you always remember that you are loved, you are valued, and you are never alone. God is with you always. Keep your faith strong. Keep your heart open. And keep trusting that something beautiful is on its way to you. Until the next message, take care of yourself. You are more special than you know. Amen.